Hello everybody, how you doing today? Superfiend here, and welcome back to another episode of Planet Coaster Whacky World. The whole park is looking, well, I shouldn't say the whole park, this whole pirate area is looking a lot better, and we're just kind of focusing on this back area here, and then we'll be able to fill in the gaps in between these two sections, I think, pretty quickly, and then fill this in a little bit, and then all we got to do is make this ride. So I'm hoping we can get it done relatively soon, maybe in the next week or two. And I am actually now starting to go back and take a look at some of my older footage, and I'm going to be condensing some of the episodes down into time lapses with commentary about some of the areas of this section that I think are more interesting for those people who don't want to watch the entire placing of every single element in the park. But anyways, we're going to continue working on this back here and get this monorail station built up just a little bit more. We're going to try to clean it up along here, okay, along this path. I want to clean that up a little bit. If we have time, we'll kind of add some decorations moving out this way. And I have a few interesting ideas about how we might transition the scenery up here down into like a little marketplace down here. I'm thinking, I don't know for certain, but I am thinking that we will probably need some food shops over in this area, or restrooms or something. So I think food shops or restrooms or a gift shop might be over here, and that's actually a pretty good placement for them overall because the other one is right over here. So they're pretty much directly across from each other. They're about equidistant. So guests over here will have as much tendency to go this way as they would to go this way. It also, putting them over here is nice because then it's by the monorail station. So people could stop here and then hop on the monorail and take off, or they could get off the monorail and stop here and grab a bite to eat before they go somewhere else in this area. We may also add some more shops as we need as this area opens up. I just don't know what it's going to look like, but I do think we're going to make room for some shops and maybe the restrooms kind of over in here. I don't know exactly what it's going to look like. But anyways, enough of that. Let's start cleaning this up. And one of the first things we got to do is pretty much get rid of all these extra tiles that are out here, right? We don't need all these anymore. And I don't know exactly how to clean this up. I don't know. I'm kind of at a loss for ideas. I have a vague idea. I don't know how well it's going to work. So we'll see. I'm going to slide this over that way for now and get it out of our face. And let's go back over here. Oh, and let's see. Okay. So kind of what I'm thinking is there's a few ways we could go about this. To clean up this jaggedness here, we could just make another building out of these pieces and just kind of run it diagonal and have it meet up over here and just kind of cruise this way. And that should clean up some of the jagged pieces that we have over here. We could have an open cliff face like this. We could do an open cliff face. Another thing that we could do is to kind of build a wall here, like this is all being held back. So let's see, what would that look like if we did that? I think we want to get for this one, limestone or sandstone. I think we'll do the lime plaster. So these paths are pretty much straight, completely straight. So let's see, if we were to do this, we could set this like this. And just run it along here. And then, let's see, I don't know. Run it back into there, or maybe start it a little bit further back over here. I don't know, about here looks kind of okay. I don't know if this is going to be the quote-unquote final form. I'm just kind of playing with the idea right now. And if we start a new building, and let's see, we're going to have to rotate this. Okay, and then this would have to be a separate building. little bit tedious to do this. And these don't really meet up nicely, but that's okay. Okay, we'll edit, duplicate. Those will go back here. Oh, whoops, I want to split them off. Or do I? Yeah, I do. Okay. And let's see. So that could go like that. And okay, and then back there. Okay. Now, can we get rid of that piece? We can. Can't get rid of that piece though. Okay, so we could do something like that, and then you know, we can keep going up, and that kind of you know, it makes it look like it's all one big fort type of thing, or, you know, it's man-made. So, somebody sat down and actually made it. And so that could work. Let's see. And I think I would want it to go back in there. Now, why did I have this? What is this building for? I don't remember why we had it. Didn't we had one of those over here too? I hope we still don't have it. An easy way to check is if we click on this and we just lift up. Hello, anybody in there? Nope. And then you just cancel. Okay, so okay, I think we can get rid of this thing finally. And so that's not too bad. Yeah, I'm kind of happy with that. It's okay with me. I'm thinking about it. I'm thinking about it. And then let's see, if we were to go and build this up a little bit higher, so I guess we'd have to go to maybe 2M. Okay, see now 2M might be getting too tall. Might be getting too tall. Oh boy, tough. Tough, tough, tough. Let's go to 1M. See, and then 1M is like just not tall enough. Yeah, damned if you do, damned if you don't. Let's do 1M. Okay, and let's just see what we end up with. I think we can make it work. I think we can. Okay. Well, that was weird. Get this weird little seam there. Okay. And then we get these odd graphical glitches in the seams. So what we can do with those is kind of just build something going up, a column of sorts to kind of hide those joints. And then if we add the columns over here to hide the joints, then we'll probably have to add them going down this one as well. And is this thing flat on the ground? And of course we could do something along the ground here. Now, I feel like we could push the whole thing back, right? Let's select multiple pieces. Because I kind of feel like we could push the whole thing a little bit back. Like maybe to there. And why would we do that? We would do that because it kind of opens up the ground path a little bit more here. And so we could put some flowers or something like that. So let's see what that looks like. Okay, I'll get a slightly bigger brush. Okay. Let's zoom out so we can see the ground and the top. Okay, so I'm just kind of doing this until it uncovers the top too. Okay. I'm trying to remember why do we even have the why do we even have ground? Do we even need ground in here? We can't see it anywhere, can we? This whole thing could just be flat. Yeah, we don't need any ground in here. Let's see. Let's see how goofy it gets if we... Let's see how goofy it gets if we just flatten a bunch of this terrain out, right? So we'll just kind of start in here. I mean, do we even need any of this terrain? I don't think we do. And just flatten it all. Now, over here, this doesn't even connect up to the terrain, does it? Because this is built like this. Okay, so what do we got? We got stairs. Stairs all the way down. So we could even, I think, kind of just flatten this, right? Now we don't want to do it too much because we do want to keep this over here, the brush, the little ivy vines, the painted texture that's on the rock. We want to keep that. But all this over here, like we can just flatten it all, huh? Now we got to be careful that we don't flatten that. Let's fly in here. And why are we wasting our time doing this? That's a good question. The reason we're wasting our time doing this is because I think if the terrain is flatter, maybe we get better performance out of the game. I don't know. Let's see. But if we don't need all this little weird geography in here, then I'd prefer to just kind of like not have it. Yeah, there we go. See, that's not so bad. And then let's go 100% though. Okay, and we'll just kind of cruise back and forth. This'll really knock it down, right? I suppose we could knock it down over here. You can't see any of this. Okay, might have done too much over here, and maybe a little too much over here. That's okay. We can always come back and play with that a little bit. Or, you know, maybe you can't even really notice, right? Kind of hard to... Come on. Kind of hard to notice from, like, the parts that you can see. Well, I guess if you're cruising here, you can kind of see, like, it just drops off. Okay. No big deal. Now... Okay, so we clean this up here. What could we do with that? We could... Okay, it's already grass, right? It's already all grass. 100% grass. Let's go ahead and lower the intensity to like 20%. And get a super big brush, right? And we'll just like... Doot. Couple clicks. Now, as we fly down here, what's it look like? Not so bad. Not so bad. And then if we take this one, and then really quick, we just go, shoo. Let's see what that did. It really didn't even have the chance to apply it very much. Okay, let's see. Okay, and how do we like this overall look, right? Not so bad. We got some flowers. We got some of the jungle leaves. You know, it looks okay. I like it. We can keep that. And then what we want to do, and we'll go back later and we'll put some like some flowers and things along the base here. You know, we can make this look really nice. And also, the other nice thing that we can do, where are they? I got to activate my brain. Did we end up with enough room? Can we get the benches? Yeah, see, we can get the benches over here too. So, I like that. This would be a good spot to get the benches. Okay, a nice rest area underneath the monorail station and across from this thing. So, that could work out really well. I like that. And I know it's not entirely related to this, but let's just go ahead and see what it would look like if we were to connect these paths up a little bit here. But let's turn off the... We want the curb. We don't want the railing. Okay, see, so I like to and then join these across this way. And you could do as few or as many of them as you want. And let's just see, like, how many benches can we squeeze onto this? Okay, see, so it needs to be a little bit wider if we want to squeeze another bench in there. So actually, the best way to squeeze 3 benches is to put them down first. So you could decide, you know, how many benches do we want? And then, so let's say we wanted 4. And then when you make the next one, just, you know, make it right there. Now you got room for 4 benches on each side. I don't think we're going to be doing that quite yet in this park. One more time. But that is like kind of one of the things we can go through and do later. And we can put the benches, will the benches fit on the inside here? Yeah, they'll barely fit. So we could put the benches like in here too. I'm not as excited about that. Can we fit them on both sides? No, see, the paths are too close together for the benches to be on both sides. We'd have to move one of them. And one hackish way to move it, or to do it, would be to change the width. So, like, make each of these 7 instead of 8 wide, and then that might open up enough room to... Let's see what happens if we did that. Let's pull... actually, let's... okay, where is it? Select grid, and we'll just select this giant piece. That didn't work, did it? And then we'll delete these, right? And what would happen if we just dropped it down to 7? Just as an experiment. We've gone off on a tangent now. But I just want to see if that makes enough room. Yeah, see? Okay, so if you wanted to have like an area where the pathway narrows up a little bit, but there's lots of room for seats, you could just narrow them down a little bit. Maybe only narrow it on one side. And then you could put double rows of benches. So we got lots of flexibility. We got lots of flexibility with this design for creating lots of interesting rest areas. And you could always put flowers and things in the middle of the paths here. It gives you a lot of flexibility, which is one of the reasons I like to do it that way. Okay, back to this, right? How much taller does this need to be? It's like, it's a little bit less than 1 taller, isn't it? It is. What if we... Okay, let's go edit the building. Let's look for a wall trim, wall decoration. What could we put up here that the pirates might have put up here, right? Oh, okay. What is this? A concrete decorative course. Okay, let's just look at how decorative this thing is, okay? It's very decorative, is it not? That's got a lot of decorations, okay. What are these called? Course. Okay, would wood work? Could we put wood up here and make it look realistic? Could we do it? I don't know. We might be able to. The wood could work. Oh, that's the brick again. Okay. What about this one? No, that one doesn't do it for me. This one kind of does. This one kind of does. Okay, let's see what happens when we do this, okay? Let's give it a shot. Let's give it a shot. And now I'm trying to think, would it be easier to just go all the way around like this? It might be. Let's see what happens with this. And I don't really think we want it along the edge on this side. I don't think we do. Nor on the edge on that side. Okay. So how does that look when we do that? Does that look okay? And let's see. Let's select all of these. Okay, this is the building. We got multiple buildings here. We may be able to pass this off, okay? Might be possible. And it's like just a little bit too low. You know what? We're gonna try it. We're gonna keep this. I don't know why the wood would be up here on top of the wall, but we're sticking with this design, okay? We're gonna see where we can take this. We're gonna see what we can do. Okay. Just a little fidgety trying to line these things up like this. What I'm thinking, my overall thought is we can take some of the wood support things and like build them going down as if they're part of this wood top. So the construction for this would have been like they built the wood frame first and then added all the limestone to it. And then took some of the wood framework away and left this stuff. Now, we need to do something about this, right? We got to do something about this. So let's see. What do we do? One thought. Okay, this is the castle flat roof. So if we go in here and we do castle. What else do we got here? Would the balcony support have been good? Ooh. What if we'd done this? Ooh. And then what would we put underneath it? Okay, hold on now. Would this have worked? This is kind of interesting, right? Because then if you put the benches here, it creates like a little bit of shade. I don't know. I don't like how it just ends. I don't like that. Oh boy, I don't know. Okay, we're redo and cancel. We're sticking with the wood. That could be an interesting idea to try somewhere else. Same with this. And then what else do we got here? Yeah, I don't use these pieces very much. What will we do with this thing? I don't know. Okay, castle roof is where I was going. So let's get there. Now this... Okay, that one is different. We want this one, right? Oh boy. It's just a little bit too low. But, ooh, okay. If we do that, you can't tell. The only reason you can tell it's too low is because of this hole right here. So one way to fix that is we duplicate this. Okay, so maybe we will bring this over to this side just because it helps hide this hole, right? In one of my videos, I think it was the time-lapse video for the entrance over here, the garrison and the towers, I said that I said that building in this game for me is like laying down the pieces, creating the basic shapes, and then trying to find interesting ways to cover up the graphical glitches and artifacts, or the odd things that occur. So this is one of those odd things. And it becomes, what is the best way to cover up a hole, right? So let's see. That kind of works for me. I guess we could just do that. And then if we duplicate this down, okay, this could be a little tricky. Now, it's actually a little bit too tall in the back here, but that's okay. Let's just experiment and see what it looks like if we bring it down by just a bit. No, I'd prefer it like this. I'd prefer the tiny gap just right over here. Okay. So now, if we go into this building, and this is the piece we're using. Okay, we're going to build 2 of them going off this way because we got to duplicate. Okay, they're all the wrong height. That's the problem. So let's see. There we go. And then now we pop into this building. And so fidgety. There we go. Pop into this building. Okay, yeah. Okay. And this is the long one, right? So if we can actually just select these 3 and duplicate them down, it'll go a little faster. All right, so now we've got this piece we can get rid of. We've got this piece we can get rid of. We got a couple interesting holes that have appeared. And do we want to stretch these ones down to here? I think we could. Oh, okay, that's as far as I'm going to take them. I'm not certain if I want to go any further than that right now. And now let's see, over here. What do we do over here? Okay. And what do we cover the holes up with? I'm inclined to say barrels. All right, so let's go to this building. Let's get us some barrels. Okay, let's see. Barrel bin, no. Why would that thing be back there? Okay. There we go. Now you can't tell. And if we're going to go ahead and put barrels back here, you know, which building do they belong to? They belong to, I'm going to say this building. So what we'll do is we'll take away that window, and we got to look for a door. Ding dong. I'm not going to be too picky about it. This door's fine. Okay. And maybe we just want to add a light back here too, if we're going to do that. What would be a good light? I guess we'll do the oriental lamp. And we'll build it off like that. Let's see what that looks like at nighttime. Yeah, okay, I like that. And let's see, what else are we going to do here? We got to cover up this gap. Oh, we got another little guy poking out here. And of course that makes a big hole, but what we'll do is we'll duplicate 4M. Okay, so we just got a couple little holes that we can go back and clean up a little bit. I don't want to focus on the holes right now. What I do want to do is I want to build a little something else along here. And so what I think, because I want to cover up, I don't know, this hard change in texture here. I don't like that. So I think we should put some trim around the outside of the wall. And is this a good spot for the concourse, maybe? Or the course, the decorative course? And we can change the color too. So we could go like blue, and we could go with some nice IKEA colors. Okay, let's see. And usually I like to pick like a bright color and then tone it down by selecting somewhere in this region. So if we now select that, and then like you know, a little bit bright and colorful, which is, you know, kind of piratey to me if you look at these rough brick buildings over here. And let's see, I don't know how much I like it or dislike it. I'm having a hard time deciding. The other thing we could do is, what's this one piece called? There is a sandstone edge. Okay. What other edge pieces do we have? See, now we could run this along the outside here like that. So we could just do something simple like this, right? Okay, and that's actually not bad either. I might actually prefer it to the concrete piece. It's just it's tough to decide. Tough to decide. Let's see. Could always do like the fairy tale piece. You know, just run these along that way. That would be okay too. Just searching for an okay option. And I'm also trying to think, what are we going to do with this? You know, like we could put this here. That's kind of okay to me. And then this, using this element right here, it duplicates the... Oh, we got to go way over here to look at it. It duplicates basically what we did over here. So we could kind of take this architectural element, this little castle tower with the chimney on top, and we could duplicate that over here, and it would help to tie those two areas together thematically throughout the park. So I'm not very excited about the that concrete piece. So I think we're going to do these. Okay, there we go. Now we need to switch over to this building. That is an edge. Okay, let's see. We'll just run these along the outside. And then I kind of think I want to put some fence up here. And then we can make it look like there's some activity going on back here. And you can kind of look up and see it from the walkway. Oh, why am I doing this? I should be duplicating. It goes faster. And I think I want to, at least, these two I want to duplicate on this side. And I guess I want to duplicate this too. Because we got another hole here that we got to cover up like on the other side. Okay, let's try that again. Let's get the angle snap on. There we go. That's not so bad, right? That looks okay. And okay, and then we got this piece here. And where is our chimney? Now, I think on the other one we used this one. And we just kind of sunk it down. Do I like that? Let's go look at it over here. Okay, that one is kind of turned in alignment with the path, and this one's a little bit like catty corner, turned 45 degrees. I think I'm going to keep the angled 45 degrees. I think I like that better. Now, what do we want to do? We want to duplicate these pieces. We want to duplicate this whole element, right? And I think we need to put one there. Now this gets tricky because now we got to go off to a different building. Okay. What is this called again? Castle Round Slim Tower. Okay, so we'll do this. And we'll just go ahead and do these all the way around this building. And then go all the way down. Okay. And then we kind of want to space these equidistant. So we got 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 14, 16, 18, 20, 22. Or we could just eyeball it. You know, the middle's like right in here somewhere. I suppose eyeballing it works too, huh? Like that's... The middle is somewhere is actually in between these two. So if we wanted it to be exactly in the middle, we could put one here, and then split it off as a separate building. So let's see, we do that, and then we put that one there. We split that one off, and then we get it like right in the middle of them. And then we go back to this building, and we move these ones. Now again, the middle is actually like right in here, right? The middle's in between these two. So I think we're going to have the same problem on this side too. Where is the middle? The middle to me is like right in between these two. So we'll put one there and one there. And then we'll do that one and split it. And then we got to go back to this. We'll put one there and split it. And then we'll move it. We'll slide it over this way. We're just eyeballing it. We're not trying to make this perfect. Okay, and then this one. That's pretty close. I got a pretty good eye for these things. That's pretty evenly spaced. It's not exact, but it's good enough for government work, right? And now we want to edit this building, and we need chimneys. Chimneys. Okay. I'll just sink that down. And just do these one at a time. And I'll go back and, or we'll go back. We'll go back and put lights in these, so that you get some illumination from them onto the path. And I think that'll be cool. Now this one, I want it to be like the other one down on the other end. So we're going to turn it like that, right? So these ones are straight and aligned with the path. And it's the corner ones that are turned. So we want to turn this one. We're going to need to turn off the angle snap. We want it to get about like that. I want to do this one too, about like that. So most of these, the little holes here point like straight out at the path, except for the ones on the end. Okay. Let's see. How's that look? That looks pretty good, huh? I like it. It's not fantastic. I wish that we could do like a little bit more with this right here, but not going to worry about it. Now, I want to put some fencing along this. So we've already used this fence here, the net fence. What would we use? We could We could use the castle ramparts. We could use those. I'm not that excited about those. We could do something like this. Okay, we could repeat this going along the top there, or we could do like these hackish fences. And you know, I think I'm more excited about reusing something like this. So let's these are wooden pillar. Let's just grab all of this right here, right? And let's duplicate that. Why make something new when you've already made it once? And we'll just drop that onto that building and then edit. Okay, let's get the angle snap on. Okay, the angle is a little bit off. Okay, this is going to be a little bit harder to get exactly perfect. And you know, I suppose you know what? I'm a dummy. Here's what we do. We take this and we reset the rotation. Yes. Move it and we point it over here, and then we hit F. And that centers it. And then this piece, we move it. Okay, let's see. Okay, this piece we also... okay, come on. Come on. Okay, there's got to be a way to get this thing, like, point... How come we can't get this one pointed straight out the side? Okay, cancel. All right, so we'll lift this one up, okay? We'll just do this. Okay, let's try again with this guy here. What is your problem? Why won't you... There we go. There. And now... Okay, we'll go about right there with that one. And I think we need to lift it up higher. And then with this one, cruise it there. Duplicate it. Like that, okay. So what do we think? We can get rid of these two. And then these are wooden pillar 2M. Let's find the, here's the 4M. Oh, it's carved. Is there a 4M plane? Yeah. Okay, so we select this, we hit X, we select this one, and now it's 4M, and it's just right in the little spot there. Then we get rid of that one, and then we could move this one over. Yeah, I think the 4M pillar is what I want instead. I don't want to build this out of a bazillion pieces. Okay. And so now we take these three things. Now they're perfectly aligned up with the grid and all that stuff. And we just set them like right here like this. Let's not encroach on that too much. If we move these over... Oh, I hate that. Okay. And we'll poke them out just a little bit here like this. Okay. And then if we take this whole thing... There we go. And now it's perfectly aligned, right? And then we take this piece. That one will be a little shorter. And we delete both of those, and we need a 2M. And we need a 2M. Now, how does that look? Do we like it? Or do we need to drop this down a little bit? You know, it works for me. It works for me. Okay, so now let's take this whole thing, right? It's not going to be perfect, but let's duplicate it, and we'll turn off the angle snap. We'll try to get it right about here is good. And we need to lift it up so it's about as tall as the other one. Okay. We'll duplicate it. And now we'll set it in here. And we need to lift this one up. And this is our long one, right? Yeah, okay. So about there. And then we'll lift it up. Okay. Now we need to shorten these up a little bit. So we could probably get rid of these two. Come on, I want to get the post. There we go. And now over here, let's see. Look at that. It's looking pretty good, right? And then we slide this one this way. Get rid of those. And I think we get rid of these two and replace them with a 2M. Okay. Yeah. Okay, I like it. And now let's go in here and get all these. And if we cancel, I needed to control X. Okay. And if I succeeded in making all of these equidistant, then each one of these should fit just about like right in between. So these two are a little bit closer together than these two were, but you know what? Overall, I got that pretty close, didn't I? Look at that. We did indeed get that pretty close. So now we'll just clean these up. Okay, and then on this side. This one, let's see. Okay. Yeah, look at that. That looks pretty good, huh? I like it. Oops, one too many escapes. Okay. I think we got a lot done. I think that looks really neat. That looks cool. And we'll be able to do more stuff with this. So we'll put some benches in here. We can decorate some stuff. You know, I'm not inclined to do it, but we could even like, we could recess this back and we could put the restrooms in here. You know, we could open this wall up and just make a pathway, and the restrooms could actually be inside of here. And that could work really good. I like that idea. I think it looks great. And we'll have to go back in and add some lighting and do some other stuff. I'm going to kind of save that for the end. I want to build this part next. We've run out of time. It took too long. But I want to build this part next, and I've got a nifty idea for kind of like having a little bit of cargo stuff up here, and we can build like a little roller out of these planks and things We can build a little roller, like they roll the barrels down and they land down here, and then they use them for the food and whatever else. Okay, so that is, okay, let's get down here. That is it for the episode. This is what we made. It took a while. Thanks for watching. We'll see you next time, and have a good afternoon.